Well, good morning. I have a grocery haul for you. I did a Walmart delivery, so I ordered last night. I picked 7 to 9 o'clock this morning. It came at 7:27, so that was perfect. Let me show you my grocery haul. And this actually stemmed from the fact that Maria was like, when are you gonna make those 4-H food stand ham sandwiches for harvest? You always do that every year for lunch, and I hadn't done it yet this year. And so I was like, you know what, I better just place an order, get the ingredients. I can do it today. Let's see, I think harvest, we probably have today and maybe 2, maybe 3 more days of cranberry harvest after today. So things are starting to, we're starting to kind of be able to predict the end here, which is kind of a nice feeling. Okay, so hamburger buns for the 4-H food stand hamburger sandwich, or ham sandwiches. I'll just skip over here. Here's the ham. Usually I get the ham at Aldi, but I've been doing Walmart delivery, so this will be just as good. And then I got the cheese. So I got sliced Swiss cheese as well as sliced Colby Jack. So that is going to be for the 4-H ham sandwiches, which I will show you because we're going to put those together shortly. But I also have a few other recipes, a couple of casseroles, a couple of stovetop recipes that I'm going to be sharing in an upcoming video. And I can tell you the names of those. I'm going to do a stuffed cabbage casserole. Now, I may be the only one that likes that because I do love cabbage and rice and hamburger and all of that together. Not a big, I don't think my family, though, is a fan of that. But I'm going to make it nonetheless. A chicken a la Kim. You'll see what that is coming up. I do want to do this Swiss Bliss and a couple of stovetop recipes here. A chicken spaghetti, a salsa ranch skillet. So I have those recipes in mind, and I was just making sure that I got the ingredients for those things. So we got a lot of tomato sauce, a lot of tomato soup. Here are the country style baked beans, a cream of chicken, a can of corn, some extra cheese here, Swiss, a second Colby Jack, and then mild cheddar as well as pepper jack. A couple of crowns of broccoli. What was that for? Oh, I think that's actually for the chicken spaghetti. Some stovetop stuffing, which is going to be for the chicken a la Kim, I think. And then scalloped potatoes. This was another thing that Maria was talking about recently. And I was like, I have not made that in a long time. So I got the double. This is the twin pack. And then I got the ham to go along with that. So I just make it the way the package basically says to do. I put in a big layer of ham, and then I put some cheese over the top, and I bake it like that. And I thought, maybe we'll do that for supper tomorrow night. I'm not sure. Some more of this half-length spaghetti, and a box of rotini, and some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I also got 4 gallons of whole milk, and that is the grocery haul. All of these groceries here came in at just under $100. I want to say it was like 98 something, because it doesn't look like a lot, but I mean, you guys, we've got chicken at $13, ham at almost $12, ham at $10, ham at almost $7, ham at $5. So that really adds up quickly, all that meat. Here is the recipe for food stand ham sandwiches. You can screenshot that if you'd like. This recipe is in cookbook number 1 on page 31. It's really simple. I'm doubling it today, so I have 3 sticks of butter. I know that's a lot. We have a bunch of pans here. Maria did spray them, and now she's laying out, she's trying to puzzle piece in as many.
It's only going to be 9.
Only 9? Okay. We can't jam one in there.
No.
Well, we'll jam them at the end if we need to. Okay, so she's going to get these hamburger buns all laid out. Now, you can use any rolls you like. A lot of times online I will see this recipe used with those Hawaiian rolls or like slider rolls. I've just always used the hamburger buns. One, it's cheaper, and I mean, everybody wants a big ham sandwich anyway. Into the melted butter. It's 3 simple ingredients. Worcestershire sauce, be sure that you shake it up. There we go. Dijon mustard and minced onion. And it's very easy. It's 1.5 teaspoons of each. So for doubling it, it's going to be a tablespoon of each one.
Just a whole bunch of like fun tops.
That looks like a tablespoon. That looks like a tablespoon. And that looks like a tablespoon. Let me get this whisk together. Oh, my butter is still working at melting. So just let that continue to melt.
Yeah, I already got 9 in here and there's more space, so.
Great.
Definitely gonna be more.
That should be plenty. That's 12 and 18.
Don't you know there's that stuff in it?
What stuff?
That makes it kind of chunky.
That would be the onion. It's in there.
Okay.
You see it?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's probably just kind of sinking.
It looks good. The butter's all melted.
All right, some of these smaller pieces, I go like that. And then I just cut this whole stack in half. And I just put ham, really as much as you'd like. I guess I kind of start like this, and then if I have enough ham, I'll put a 3rd piece on. Especially if it's small. I like to make some with Colby Jack, and then we'll make some with Swiss. Just because everyone likes a little different cheese. Maria is going to put the tops on. Why don't you put the tops on these here quick? In case someone needs to see that step. There we go. So we put all the tops on. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pour over this yummy goodness.
Look, they have holes.
Because they're Swiss.
I know, but I just like it.
You like that?
There's no paper in between the cheese.
Yeah, that's new.
What? But there was paper in between this cheese.
Oh, well, maybe this has a tendency to stick more where Swiss doesn't.
Huh.
Okay, you know what I'm going to do so I don't end up spilling?
Yeah, there's no paper.
I'm going to use my ladle.
Pieces.
And then you just pour this butter, mustard, deliciousness here over top.
Do you want another kind of cheese on these? Pepper jack?
Nah. Let's just do
Do the rest of
the Swiss and then whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Really, whatever you do, Maria.
There's like 3 pieces left of Swiss.
This can be done the night before if you would rather. And then foil it, spray the foil, and then foil the pan, put it in the refrigerator overnight, and then bring them out and bake them. I oftentimes do not think about it with enough time, so we are just calling it good. These will sit here. They'll be able to soak up this butter mixture for a few hours, though, because they just went out to work. Maria's sweeping. She told me because she's bored. I'm like, you can be bored anytime, girl. Do the daily sweep, right? Can you believe I just swept yesterday? Look at how much. Somebody's back.
Callie tries to be like brave and like go chase the groom on sweeping.
Why are you back?
Chickens out. Mark.
Ah, okay. Oh, and just like that, Maria, we did it.
Yeah.
175 pounds of cranberries there.
A little bit everywhere over here. One here.
We finished
over
up
there,
the 300-pound order.
Is he coming today?
Yes, at 11
Should we move
o'clock.
everything over here?
We will in just a minute. Let's see, what do we have left? I said we have a 30-pound order and a 80-pound order. So we're going to definitely have to get more cranberries because this is not going to fulfill another 110 pounds. Looks like I made enough sandwiches, but that's okay because now we have lunch for tomorrow now that I know that one big one, and then a few in another pan was enough for lunch. This is going to be lunch tomorrow, so I'm going to get this foiled up, put in the fridge, and I'm so happy. Lunch is ready for tomorrow already. For all kinds of reasons, I am heading down to help out with a bed of pipe. I believe Warren said it's the very last bed, and he's going to be pulling it. We've had just a couple of situations come up. Which, don't you love it when someone says that? We've had a couple of situations and then they don't necessarily say what they are. Well, anyway, I guess, yeah, we've had a couple situations. So we need to have, so I'm going to go down there. Warren is pulling the last bed of pipe, and I think that's about it. Bagged up cranberries this morning, and we're going to get more cranberries. We got a few more orders to fill. And what else is happening? That's it. He said come on down by 9:30, so let's go check it out. I'm gonna put on my fancy goggles here because I just find that my eyes, they water so much, whether it's wind, cold, pollen, and the sun. Those 4 things make my eyes water, so these goggles really help. I'll protect my eyes so I can actually go. I'm gonna take a last sip of my cold coffee already. And here we go. Can I film you? Sure. It's the last bed.
Last bed.
So should I just park here or should I go down there? Where do you think is best for me to park?
I'll probably go down there because when they get done blowing, they got to move that.
Okay.
So when I get to the end, they start hooking up on the right.
And do I hook up from that end, this direction on this bed?
And then I'll go and start pulling on the one.
Okay.
Next line.
Okay. You're welcome.
I gotta go shut the ball pit up over there. It'll be nice to be done.
One more day.
I had enough of this game.